top 10 third baseman for 2025. We're going to start off this list with number 10, Royce Lewis. Now, obviously, Royce Lewis is an incredible athlete, and we've seen that he is an elite player. We just need him to stay on the field. Injuries have been a big problem for him, and that is a serious issue, but at the same time, it's really hard to deny the absolutely incredible athlete that he is and the clutch that he has in his veins, and just the fact that he's really a third baseman that you want playing for your team. And he's got that superstar ability, so if he can just stay on the field, you're looking at a really nice 25-year-old player on your hands. Then at the number 9 spot, we have Junior Caminero, another very young player. He's just 21 years old, and he has the ability to set the big leagues on fire this year. His projected WAR is 4.4, which is one of the higher among all third basemen. And so I'm really excited to see what the future holds for him, and really, it looks like the future is going to start in 2025. Then at the number 8 spot, we have Eugenio Suarez. Now, Eugenio Suarez had a really good 2024 season, or at least he finished the year really hot. But he continues to be slept on and overlooked, and he's just an incredibly consistent player on a really good offense, and he gets a lot of run production, and that's kind of his strength. He's going to hit his home runs, he's going to get his RBIs, and he's also going to play good defense. But then at the number 7 spot, we have Jazz Chisholm Jr., and he's probably going to be at second base, or at least he's definitely going to be at second base now. But when I made the second base list, he was on third base on the depth chart, so he ended up over here on this list. If you want to consider him a second baseman, move everybody else up and put Jordan Westburg at 10. But we got to talk about Jazz at some point. Since we missed out on putting him on the second base list, he's here. But one way or another, no matter where Jazz is, he is a really good player. He's got great defense, obviously some elite speed, and a really solid bat, which it looks like, and from what we've seen so far, he hits better when the lights are on. And the lights weren't really on that much in Miami. He kind of had his ups and downs there, but he played really well when he went to New York. I think he's going to have a great year with the Yankees in 2025. Then at the number 6 spot, we have Alex Bregman. And Alex Bregman is an outstanding player all around. He should come in around 90 runs and 90 RBIs. And he's going to have a great OPS. And he's in the 90th percentile when it comes to his defense as well. So really the first player here where we're just looking at an all-around great player and really a superstar team leader. Then at the number 5 spot, we have Manny Machado. Now it kind of was a year for him in 2024, but it still was a pretty solid year. I mean, he's 32 years old now, and he had a 120 OPS plus last season. That's still pretty good hitting. And he's projected to hit 34 home runs next year. Then at the number 4 spot, we have Rafael Devers. Now, obviously, I made this list before Alex Bregman signed with the Red Sox. And now, I guess maybe Bregman's moving to second base, or maybe Devers is moving to DH or first base. Don't really know what they're going to do here, but as of right now, I still don't have a lot of clarity as to what the Red Sox will do, so I'm still considering them both third basemen. But as for Devers, diving into him specifically, he's one of the 3 best hitting third basemen in the league. Really solid. Unfortunately, the defense is an absolute liability. Then at the number 3 spot, we have Austin Riley, who is incredibly similar to Rafael Devers. I assume Devers is going to be the guy who has a higher OPS, but then Riley's going to be the guy who has more home runs and more RBIs. They're both pretty bad at defense, although I think we've seen at different points in time it looks like Austin Riley's defense is going to turn the corner, and actually he's improving defensively, whereas we see no effort to improve defensively from Devers. They're 27 and 28 years old, a 123 and 126 OPS plus for each of them over the course of their career. Last year they were both in the 92nd percentile when it comes to expected WOBA and the 96th percentile when it comes to exit velocity or average exit velocity. And they strike out 25 and 24% of the time. But then at the number 2 spot, we have Matt Chapman. And he had an amazing year last year. And now he's 31 years old, a 125 OPS plus, and he had the same average exit velocity as Devers and Riley. And unlike Riley and Devers, he's the best defensive third baseman in the game. But still, the number 1 spot has to go to J-Ram. Jose Ramirez is still the best third baseman in the game going into 2025. His defense might not be as good as Chapman's, but it's not far behind. He hit way more home runs and stole way more bases. I mean, he's on the verge of going 40-40, and he had the highest OPS plus among all third basemen last year. And really, there's just no way I can give the number 1 spot to anybody else right now.